Hi everyone, I am in my hotel backyard in Chiang Mai. Anyway, we're getting ready to go to Elephant Nature Park. Super excited. It is a rescue sanctuary for elephants. Oh, wait, no touch. You can touch them. Yeah, you can pet them. Hi everyone, we are still in Pub Street in Siem Reap. I'm gonna try the famous Anchor beer. It's good, I think. I'm not a beer drink. So, that is my experience with Anchor beer. I will be giving that to someone else.
My name is Mayuri Saxena and I have ALS. ALS has taken away my ability to move and my ability to speak. But it will never take away my voice, and it's with this voice that I am asking you to co-sponsor and pass the expanded access bills. House Bill 8662 and Senate Bill 4867.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
You may have heard of ALS. It is also called Lou Gehrig's disease. ALS is 100% fatal, but before it takes your life, it slowly paralyzes all the voluntary muscles in your body. I cannot move, eat or breathe by myself. The only thing I can move is my eyes. That is how I am telling you my story today.
And ended up on a wheelchair. Supposedly I have a life-threatening disease, but that's not going to stop me from changing the world.
In 2016, my life changed. First, I began stumbling for no reason. My muscles were weaker and I noticed one of my legs had started to atrophy. I saw numerous doctors, orthopedic surgeons, podiatrists, and physical therapists. No one anticipated I had a fatal disease at 32 years old. Most people with ALS die within 3 to 5 years. I was diagnosed 4 years ago. I am living on borrowed time and only Congress can turn back the clock to give me a chance to fight for my life. Every day I am dying a little bit more, waiting for access to promising drugs that are trapped in clinical trials. If this bill had existed when I was diagnosed, it is possible that I wouldn't be using eye gaze technology to talk to you today.
I think some of the important lessons that you should really take to heart is, of course, be grateful for the people around you, for what you have. And I know that's, people say it all the time, be grateful for what you have, but really, one day, I was walking, and the next day you're not.
Today I am 36 years old. I worked hard to earn my International Affairs degree from George Washington University. I went on to get a double master's in International Affairs and in Public Administration. I interned at the State Department. I lived in Virginia. International public policy was my passion. I lived in your world. I was you, your chief of staff, your legislative director, your daughter. ALS is very difficult to diagnose, and the delay in diagnosis means over 90% of people with this insidious lethal disease never qualify for a potentially life-changing clinical trial. I am in that unlucky 90%. I do know I am lucky, as Dr. Robert Brown of the University of Massachusetts is my neurologist. Dr. Brown was the first to discover a gene that causes ALS. Ironically, that very same SOD1 mutation that I have. And now, Dr. Brown has developed a gene silencing therapy that turns off the harmful impact of my SOD1 gene. The day I first met with Dr. Brown, I was in a wheelchair, but I could eat and breathe unassisted. I could speak and type, but the clinical trial window had closed for me. I was diagnosed 6 months too late to qualify for Dr. Brown's trial. It didn't matter that I was only 34 and otherwise young and healthy. It didn't matter that Dr. Brown's gene silencing therapy had shown 93% efficacy, a 93% chance of living versus a 100% chance of dying. This is the reality of my ALS lottery. The expanded access bill could change this inhumane paradigm. A 1% chance of living is better than a 100% chance of dying. Today, I cannot chew even the tiniest morsel of food. I cannot swallow liquids now. I get all my nutrition through a feeding tube in a hole in my abdomen. Today, I cannot even swallow my own saliva. A nurse regularly suctions the saliva out of my mouth so I don't choke. Today, I cannot cough on my own. Today, I cannot breathe on my own. A ventilator forces oxygen through my throat and in and out of my lungs. Today, I can no longer scream or curse on my own. When someone asks what the Congressional Budget Office says about the fiscal impact of this bill, human life and suffering shouldn't be valued by data on a spreadsheet. Imagine if your mother fell down the stairs, or your son collapsed on the soccer field, or your daughter could no longer hold her head up to eat dinner. Would you search for a report for fiscal impact, or get them treatments? I am just one of 30,000 Americans whose lives Congress and Senate have the ability to change. Even if I fail in my 1% chance of living, please give me that chance with expanded access. For I know I can still impact the world by giving Dr. Brown more knowledge about my SOD1 mutation. Please allow Dr. Brown to carry on my legacy with the lives he can change by what he learns from my fight. And if it's too late for my life, please use my voice in honor of all those people who come after me. For every 90 minutes, another American is diagnosed with ALS. With this expanded access bill, Congress and Senate can still rewrite our story so that no one else will need to face this insidious and fatal disease. Thank you for allowing me to have a voice. I truly hope action can be taken while I still have time left on this earth.